This is Charlie giving you Monday's market commentary, and I hope you're very well. What we're going to do is a little bit of analysis and then see if we can even do a live trade here today, following on from Friday's live trading. So let's start off with the analysis. Daily chart here. This is on the euro yen. I've talked about this before, that we were outside. We could do a throw over outside the upper trend channel line, and then we've actually done some sort of divergence on the daily charts here as well. And we're coming back into this trend channel. So I think that overall we're gonna work our way to the lower rising trend channel line, but it doesn't mean to say it has to come down to it. We could still go higher yet, but then ultimately come down to it. So at the moment I don't really have too much of a directional bias as if to say, oh, we're going to come down to it or what, but certainly that's something you should be keeping your eye on, this move towards this lower trend channel line. It's just a case of how it does it, whether it goes a bit higher within the channel and then comes over first. But it has got a bit of a divergence there, so we could work our way lower. Today so far the market's been fairly quiet today so far with the Eurozone meetings, and that leads us on to the euro dollar itself. Again, that one's been fairly choppy so far today. It's a daily chart again. We're in this lovely wide trend channel, which I love. And again, at some point, we'll be looking for this currency pair to move to this lower trend channel line, and I would expect at least a bounce from around that zone as and when it does get there. So for now, I'm just keeping my eye on these. Euro's a little bit choppy. Let's go to the hourly chart here, and you can get an idea of just how choppy it's been since late Friday, really. So on the hourly time frame, so it's trying to break down a little bit. So that's good. At least it breaks out of this choppy zone. So that would be good. And so I'm just waiting at the moment. Sorry, before I take us to the intraday charts any more detail, let's go to the pound on a daily chart. Again, it's had a nice trend down, so it is coming down to test these lows. So let's just zoom out a little bit so we can get a picture as to where the pound is. So obviously we're looking for the potential for pound to break these lows. If that's the case, then we've got just over 157 on the targets level for the next downside area. So certainly the pound has got some more downside potential. Let's have a look at the main markets, the stock markets, because this is a Monday update. So and again, I talked about this weeks ago. I was looking for, there was no reason why we couldn't at least break out of these highs, which we've now firmly done. I'll have a quick look at the futures this morning anyway. Let's have a quick look off screen. And again, they're still holding up there. So so far so good. So at 1485, remember it's about 1570 or so are the all-time highs, and so we're less than 100 points away to those. It's really going to be interesting to see if we are going to head for those. But for now, trend remains up. I've been saying it for a long time, and until proven otherwise. So it is still a case of buying the pullbacks until proven otherwise on the main stock market indices. It's had good strength. Let's just double check some of the other markets indices with that. So let's go and have a look at the Dow. And the Dow's been pretty strong. Again, not quite as strong as the S&P, but it has closed above the closing highs that we've had there. So again, pretty strong. Let's have a look and see if we can find the Nasdaq on here. See if I can find it off on my list down the side here. Where have you got? We've got the Russell there. So let's have a look at the Russell. Yeah, Russell led this move, so really nice and strong there. So again, the markets indices are pretty much confirming one another. Let's have a quick look at the Nasdaq, which was weaker. Yeah, it remains weaker, but most of those stock market indices are performing quite well. So pretty good price action so far, and trend remains up for those. So let's bring us back to the intraday charts. If I can get a trade setting up here just over the next couple of hours. If I can't, then I won't trade. Then I'll put a live trade in. Let's see if we can just get this to. Okay, then I'll put a live trade in. At the moment, like I said on the euro dollar, it's been a bit sloppy this morning, and so not much to be done there just yet, but I can see the potential building for it. Now, following on from last Friday, which I thought actually Friday's update was excellent, because I had 5 losers and 5 losers in a row, but I always said that I would go up to 2,000 loss on a Friday update, which is where I squared it off, and so but also what I said was, it's with trading, it's all about having your winning trades. You're having winning trades and you're having average losing trades. So I took 5 trades to have a £2,000 loss, and I've already traded this morning on. Oops, what's happened there? Table of contents. Get rid of that. There we go. I've already traded this morning on funny enough on the pound, and I've had 1 trade, and I've already made 500 odd pounds. And this is what I'm sort of saying, that you don't have to. You don't, if you're trading correctly and you're running your points. I think I was running that. Let's have a look at that pound trade. It looks like so I was in at, let's have a look, exits, solds at 80s, in at 60s. So it was about 20 odd pips. So if you're running your winners just enough so that you're at least on a par with your losing trades, then you only need to be at 1-to-1, and overall you'll still be making money. Or you can certainly afford to have a string of 5 losers and it not to overly affect you. Obviously, you don't want to have a string of 5 losers, and obviously I was just wrong on Friday's analysis. But it's certainly then you just get back into the saddle and you just take your trades, and so it's only going to take you four winning trades and you're back where you were again, or maybe even less than that. We'll see. So if we get a trade later on, we'll just see how we can compound that. You never know, if we can end up making £1,000 today, then we've already made back half that back just on 2 trades. So we'll see. So for now, I shall press pause and we'll see if we can get anything. Okay, so just looking at the euro yen here, it's now coming up to midday. See a little bit of long side potential actually on it. So I'll be looking to see if I can get in some long side positions, and if we can just get a little bit of a pullback here, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll just press pause for now, but that's what I'm looking for, so I'll press pause. Okay, so we're looking to get a couple of entries off here. So I've got one in, quite hit that band. Just hold off for a second, see if we can actually get a hit of the band. Although it's just blipped, it's not quite a hit, it was sitting right on it, so let's see if we can actually get a hit. There we go. So there's 2, I'll play with 3, and let's get the third one off. Okay, so there's the 3 entries there on the euro yen. I'm going to just see how this is going to go. It could be over. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a little bit of slack here. I'm going to put a stop down here for actually give it a wide enough bit of slop, because it's been fairly choppy this morning. So it could want to play around a little bit. So we'll see. But if it comes back within the bands, then we'll start to take something off. Maybe take a third off or whatever, and then move the stop up quite aggressively. So we'll just see. But so let's just see if we can blip up a little bit. So but I will get the stop in down there. I've got a bit of time to do that, but at the same time, if we blip up quite quickly, we're playing with very, very small yardage here as far as the range is concerned. But we'll see if we can get up to the upper band at least. It is a band play to start off with, and the thing is, we've been testing this 5-minute 50 all morning, and so it's just seeing if we can actually get a breakout here this time. So but I do need to give it a little bit of slack, so that's why I've only put 3 entries in, and we'll see if we can just if it will eventually come around. If it rolls over a bit, then I'll stop playing the band play and I'll play for the bigger moves. So we'll just see. I'll press pause for now. So we're looking for just over 15 by looks of things for the band. I mean, it's very, very tight, unfortunately. So as you can see there, so I'm looking around about, looks like it's going to be just around about 15 on here. Very, very tight, unfortunately. So if I can get 15, then it looks like it's going to be 15. Looking like just there we go. I'll take that one off, and then we'll see if we can. Okay, so it looks like 15 it was. Just over 15. We'll see if we can just get a little nudge through. So we're getting there, but then I'll just move and stop up tight. It's very, very tight band, unfortunately, because of the way the range has been, and then we'll see if we can do something with the stops. But just see if we can actually, didn't quite get to the upper band, so just seeing if we can still get there yet. So I'll press pause for a second to see if we can get there. Just blip in around about 15, maybe it's about 16 then. Very close. Oh, that's hit it now, and that was still at 14.8. No, still not quite hit. Let's see if we can get over 15 again, and we'll give it a nudge. 14.9, 14, nice, all 15, but it's still, it's so close. So I mean, it's basically a hit. So I'll take another one off just as we've got the hit. Now I'm just going to move the stop up on the remainder. So let's just do that and see if I can get a bit of a runner. I mean, it's a shame that it was so tight. So let's change the order. Really, really, it's an interesting trade, this one, because it's the risk reward was way out of kilter really for what I've had to do there. But it becomes 2 different trades really. So let's move the stop up to about there. It's about as tight as I can have it, really, or that I want to have it, should I say. Well, I'll press pause for now and we'll just see if it can be a bit of a runner without it coming down. Okay, just got nudged there. I moved my stop up to break even, and as it's come rolled over again here, it's just stopped me out. So it's been a little, tiny little trade in the end. It's just a shame. Sometimes you can see an opportunity to make some points, and then hope that a trade will just run for you thereafter. But another trade you look at where you say, actually, I can see the bigger picture here, and I'm looking, and you give it a lot more slack. And that wasn't necessarily the case here today. I just got a few points off, and then just nicked the stop up to break even. So one of those things really, but it could still obviously go. I was looking for the 15-minute 50, which is up around about 119.30 as a target on that third. Alas, it wanted to come down and stop me out before, even if it does go higher. So one of those things. But that's the thing with with trading, that some trades you take, you can see the potential for some points, and then thereafter is just a case of trade management, like this one. Another trade, you see, okay, I'm getting a bit good handle on the bigger picture here. I'm going to give it plenty of room. I'm looking to have a big runner on this one, and you trade them differently. So it's just the way it is. I'll press pause while I'm eating, and we'll see if we can get anything else. So what I'm waiting for here on the euro yen is overall. Let's go back out to that hourly chart. They've Even the euro yen's looking a bit more choppy now, but overall, if you can picture it, there's a trend channel running from this high here to this high, and across these lows as well. So that's what I was looking at on the hourly chart, to see if this euro yen was going to start to meander upwards a bit more within to the other side of that trend channel line, to the upper trend channel line there, within this hourly time frame. So we'll see, but it's moving very, very slow. As you can see, it's all very, very tight. So maybe something will pick up this afternoon. I'll keep the recording equipment on just in case I get a trade this afternoon. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, it'll be on the euro yen. We'll just see if we get some price action later, then we'll see if we can get a trade off. So I've been sitting here all afternoon just waiting for a trade, and alas, I've not got one. I won't blabber on too much, but as you can see on the euro, it's been very, very choppy. I was hoping to see it might break out to the upside, but and get a trade there, and maybe it still will, but it's so choppy that it's making my job very, very difficult. So back to I haven't done anything more since this morning. So well, the last trade was that, the second trade was that euro yen trade. So not a bad day, and again it reiterates what I was saying from Friday's update, but that you don't need to have a lot. Same on the euro yen actually, but shame we couldn't get a bit more. But we've got a couple of £100 out of that one. But for such a sluggish day, I'll take that, and I'll move on as I go through the week. And so be back on Friday with Friday's live trading, and I shall see you then. Good luck for the rest of the week.